Let's look at the admin section where we can manage and handle our users. So first we click on admin, and here we can search for any users by name or email address. However, in this example we don't actually have any existing users, so we're going to create a new one now. The email address does not need to be a valid email, it's purely for password reset mechanisms. So what we'll do is we'll just have a@a.com and we will call them test user. If you have multiple groups that you are a member of, you can dictate which group this user is a member of. The relevance of this will become important in a moment. The majority of people using this will only have a single group, so that's not important. If you're a Bedrock user, you can also create a mirrored employee account for the user as well. For example, if you're creating this for one of your salespeople, you can create a Bedrock employee. They will have a user and an employee at the same time. We'll do that here. And you click Create User. Our user now exists. It's test user, a.a.com, and you can see when they were created. They are a member of our screencasts group, which is the demo group that I have used for these screencasts, and we can edit the user as well. We can see any settings that they have chosen there, and we can also see where they've logged in from. If you click edit, you will see that you can edit their name, their email address, and their admin group. The admin group dictates which limited admins are able to admin this user. The majority of people using this will be limited admins, which means they can only administrate users within their administration groups. In this case, they are a member of the Screencasts admin group, we are able to administrate them. If they weren't a member of the Screencasts group, we would not even be able to find them on the system. This also means that other groups cannot see people in your group, and so on and so forth. The permissions are listed here, and we can add permissions based on the permissions that we have. For example, we could give them access to Bedrock Reporting, Standard and Limited. However, there is an extra level of Bedrock permissions called Bedrock Admin, which we cannot give them access to because this account doesn't have access to them as well. For more information on these, go to the documentation and look at authorization groups. In this case, we'll just give them Bedrock Standard. The configs appear here. The majority of these are user settable, as in the user can go into My Preferences and set them, but you can override them if needed, and occasionally some will appear here which are not user configurable. I don't believe there are any at the moment, but they may appear here later. And it's very simple. We want to enable quick action for this user. True, they now have the quick action. We can also delete that, so if one of your users does something where they need to undo it, you can delete that as well. If you wish to add an IP lock, you can do so from here. All you do is you type in the relevant IP address, and it will require it to be logged in from that. Now in this case, I've typed in 127. 127 is not a valid IP address, and thus it will always fail. You need to enter a valid IP address. You can use asterisks, such as that, to create a wildcard domain. So in this case, they can now log in from anything of 127.0.0 with anything as the final segment. That in a nutshell is how the admin section works. You are able to search for your users. If you search and it only finds a single user, it will forward you straight to it like it just did with mine, and you're unable to edit your own account. Thank you for watching.